Hey guys, Anthony here. Thanks for joining me. What have I got for you today? I think I said that wrong. What I have for you today, okay, that sounds better, is a quick update on our recycled aquarium bowls, the ones right here to my left. Now, I have a cheat sheet. Just to give you a refresher, the 1G bowl, let's see, total cost. Okay, that's what I want to know. The total cost was $16.99. The 3-gallon, $41. I'm talking about plants and everything. And the Brandy in the back, she was $22. So this is Pink Lady, 3G, and Brandy. And I'm going to go over really quick what their last water parameter was. And right now, Pink Lady is just a few days over a month, and these are only shy of a couple of days for being a month old. And these I'm trying just to let them be, but their their GH and KH was off the chart. It may have something to do with the fact that it's a brand new setup. It may have something to do with the hardscape I have in there. I'm using rocks from nature, gravel from nature, sand from a sandbox, who knows what it is. But it was so high that I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do 50% water change. And while I'm doing it, I was going to show you guys what's going on. So let me get myself out of the shot close up so you can see what they look like. And remember, this is all about how you are, especially if you're wanting to enter the hobby in a super inexpensive way, to buying very cheap or very inexpensive plants, inexpensive shrimp, because these each have 3 shrimp in it. So you could buy one order of shrimp of 10 and divide them up, and then get your free hardscape and your rocks from nature and put together something from thrift stores like I did with the bowls. So it's either something like that, or let's say you've got kids and you want to get them interested in the hobby. This is a great way to get them interested in the hobby with very little outlay of cash. That's the one thing we're looking for. So let me turn the camera around and get started. And you guys, thanks for joining me today. Okay, so one thing I want to point out, one of my regular subscribers that comments a lot really does appreciate the fact that I do try to show my tanks at eye level. It makes it so much easier when you guys are looking at something to see right into the build. So I'm trying to do that here where you can get an inside look instead of hovering over it or looking, catty-cornered or angled. I'm trying just to give you a straight, full-on shot. So we're going to start with the Pink Lady. She, the container was thrifted, of course, at $3. And everything I put into her, that includes the Aqua Soil, the plants are recycled, the hardscape is recycled, the gravel was found in nature, and also the sand was play sand that I got from Home Depot, so it was very inexpensive. I did buy some dwarf Sagittaria, and I also put the cost in for the Java fern that I purchased, and the Rosenvig Mini came from the Tree of Life. So I'm recycling plants from there, and I can give you a quick shot and you can see what it looks like. Okay, you see over here how all the roses are all nice and short? Because I chopped them all down and they all went into this build here. So the whole point is trying to recycle and save money wherever you can. And these are experimental to me because I want to see what I can do with these. These don't have an aerator pump in them, so no water's moving around. They do have a little bit of shrimp in there, and I really, truly try to just leave them alone so I can kind of see if this is going to go forward. Because the Pink Lady, I really wanted it to be smothered in plants, and I want them all to be that way. But I'm trying to keep my costs low. I did splurge when we get to the 3-gallon on plants, just because I want to see what one looks like. But I plan on, if I can and do more harvesting from other tanks to keep adding plants to these, or maybe to thin out some of this rosa, and they all belong to the Pink Lady trio, to where we've just got them smothered with plants. But the total cost for this one was $16.99. Now let's talk about their most recent water parameters. Okay, so Pink was at GH at the highest at 13. Now, you know GH taps us out at 10 for Neo Shrimp, so it's on the high side. KH was 6. That's also on the high side. TDS was at 246. That's right under, because it's supposed to be around 250 max. pH was 6.8. Alkalinity was 80, and then chlorine, nitrate, nitrite were all at 0. So the other numbers are okay, but my GH and my KH. So we're guessing that it's something to do with this build because it had the highest numbers. Now, it does have the largest, well, I won't say the largest. It doesn't have the largest piece of hardscape in it, but it has the newest piece of hardscape in it, a piece that has not been in water before. So that could be one reason that it's leaching out so much. And it has a lot of the gravel that I found in nature. And when we look at the next tank, I'm going to go ahead and jump to Brandy, which is going to be on the right. Her GH was 12. She has the same gravel. Now that gravel is not present in the 3-gallon, the 3G tank. So that could be a correlation. Also, Brandy had the highest KH at 7. So again, it could be that there's something leaching off of the gravel, which is the one piece of substrate that's in both of them, and both of these hardscapes are both brand new as far as not being in water before. TDS on Brandy was also 205. pH is at 6.8, and her total alkalinity was at 40. So the numbers are coming up different, but I do see a correlation with the two highest and having the gravel that I found locally. Well, I'm going to tell you, in my parking lot. But it's been washed twice and boiled twice. But still, if there's something in it and it's leaching off in there, that could be a reason why our numbers are higher than what we might expect. Now, let's go over Brandy's cost. She came in, her vessel was only $1.50 because I got it on sale. I know that sounds just amazing, doesn't it? She also has Java Fern. She also has Dwarf Sagittaria. And I think that's it for her, and that's her Aqua Soil. So everything for her came to $22.49, which is really amazing. Now, part of one of the plants in there is another part of, I think it was, it's not a Java Fern, I think it was a piece of Anubias, I think, that I was trying to grow, and it doesn't look like it's going to grow. There's only one leaflet. I think it's going to die. When it dies, I'm going to have to pull that hardscape out and see what else I want to do with it. It does offer the only cave system for the shrimp. Now, they don't seem to mind. They're swimming all the time around there, but there is a cave in there in case they want to need it, or if they have babies and their babies need to go into hiding. Last but not least is our 3-gallon. And it's just, I call it the 3-gallon, it's just under 3-gallon, but it came in, its numbers came in lower. So its GH came in at 11. That's just 1 point over the max. Its KH came in 6. That's equal to Pink Lady's. Its TDS, though, came in the lowest at 183. Its pH was 6.8, and its total alkalinity was 180. The big difference is it does not have the gravel that the other two have, and its hardscape has been in water before for quite some time, for months at a time. I was trying to grow some Bucephalandra Godzilla which did not take off, sadly. I don't know why. It's the only boost that I've had that did not grow well. It actually died out. So I'm just reusing that hardscape. Now, this one we spent more on. This one came in at $41.82. The bowl was only $4.50, but because I planted the Cryptococcus spiralis, just that one plant alone was almost $22. And it, of course, had the same plants added to it as the other ones. So it came in a little higher. It is the biggest, which is not surprising. I really wanted to try the Cryptococcus. I haven't had luck with them before. I've tried them one other time and they just died out. Now, it does say, I got these from Aquarium Plants Factory, and they do say straight on their website that when you buy a crypt, it's going to die back, but it should come back stronger than ever. So don't remove it. The leaves will die, but it should grow back stronger. So that's why I'm leaving these things alone. And I did put a pothos leaf that's at the very top. So let me jump over here so I can give you guys a closer look and tell you what I'm talking about. So here's the hardscape that I have reused. You can see in the background a little bit, well, especially on where the woodscape goes up and out the bowl to the left of it. That is the Cryptococcus, and to the other side of it, there's another Cryptococcus. And then there's a little bit of, I can't remember the name of it. I salvaged it from the mystery snails eating it in one of my other tanks. I had one stalk left, and it seems to be doing well in here. I always will now advocate from now on about mystery snails to please keep them out of your tanks if you have delicate stem plants, because they will go up and down that stem, and it dislodged all the leaves, and that's the only piece I have left back from a complete full order. Now, what I did in the 3-gallon is I made 2 height levels. I made the foreground at a much shorter level, lower to the base. And then on the other side of the wood, I elevated it up all the way up as high as I could to the back of it, so that it kind of gives you this look that it's more full than it is. There's actually a lot more room to plant in there. I'm trying to see how these crypts grow, and also the dwarf sagittaria. Now, the dwarf sag in here looks really amazing. It's the green thing that's popping out on the right. In the background. So I'm not sure, can I get, yeah, there you go. Okay, so it's that plant you're seeing right there, right in the foreground. I put one entire plant in there, and then I split some other pieces up, and it looks like it's doing really well. So I'm really excited about that. So that's the update on the 3-gallon. Let's look at the pink lady. Now you can see from here, and I have the ghost shrimp in here. Remember, I don't like ghost shrimp because what do? They're cannibals. But I put them in here because I don't want to throw them out. So I'm giving them a chance to not eat each other. They have already. I'm down to 3 in each tank. 3 must be the magic number because I had 5 in each tank, and 2 of them were eaten out of each tank. I'm not sure why, but when they were in a bigger build, they were eating each other all the time. I was constantly losing them. So I just don't want to go forward with them because they're just too destructive towards each other, and it's not fun to watch your shrimp in there getting attacked. Now, the Rosa, which is all from the Tree of Life, it's doing really well. It is growing, but what I'm looking for is, do I have any new leaves that are popping out? I, of course, cut these plants off, so they had no roots on them. So I did put root tabs in the soil itself. And I also do liquid fertilizer. So I'm hoping that they will get to their mature height, which is between right at 4 inches, because I do want them to fill the whole tank up. I really want it to be completely pink with the little brown wood in the middle, and that's it. Now that is a piece of Java fern that I have in there that's continuously dying. I have had very little success with Java Fern, and I've tried it many times. The only time it's actually been working is in blackfish. And my water parameters are all the same, so I don't know what the difference is. It just doesn't do as well as it does for other people in their videos. That's the only thing that's really a hassle about it. But this also has a little bit of the dwarf Sagittaria sprinkled around it more than any of the other ones, because I want this pink and green color theme going forward. I think I was channeling pink for some reason, and I thought, okay, it's like Christmas. It'll be really, really cool. But the hardscape, I love the hardscape that's in there because it goes up high, but it had a lot more Java Fern in the beginning, so it has very little now. I'm just hoping it holds its own and does kind of, thrive in the future. Okay, now let's go to Brandy. Let's move you over. Okay, let's go up. Okay, so Brandy looks the ugliest. Because it has more of the crypt in it than anything else. And the crypt, of course, has died off. Here, let's see if I can turn that off. There we go. That'll help. The crypt has died off, so when it comes back, this tank will be full of plants as well. I put the crypt all the way around the edges, all the way around it. And what you're seeing in there is the dwarf Sagittaria that I put literally pieces of it into this build because I put a lot of the crypt in there, and the Sagittaria is holding its own and is green, which I love about that. And then I have these pieces of Java Fern that I took out of Blackfish when I rescaped it, and I pulled the uglier pieces out that weren't doing that well, and I put them in here. I haven't connected it to anything. It's literally just being held down by the wood piece loosely. And I'm just trying to see if it'll do anything in there, or will I have to plant something else in there. I have an idea of maybe putting some Christmas moss in all of them because I can harvest it. Let's go back over here. I can harvest my Christmas moss here out of the Tree of Life. You can see it's doing really well in here, and I can just put some pieces in there and maybe see if I could get them to transition over. But that's our update on our 3 little ones. Let me span out so you can see them again. Overall, I'm happy with them because this is experimental. So I'm not expecting my Java Fern to really do anything. I expect those to be gone. Let me give you the light back. But pink looks really vibrant. I'm encouraged that the dwarf Sagittaria is doing well in all 3 bowls. The expensive, which one was it? The cryptocoraine, that one is holding its own. It's not died back in that one, but it has in the other ones. It may have been because I pulled it apart. That always doesn't help. I think a lot of times they intend for their plants to stay together, and when you pull them apart, maybe it kind of does mess them up and doesn't get them off to the best start. The only thing that's really concerned me is that the numbers creeped up so high over the past, I want to say, let me go back to my notes. It had been 11 days since these bowls had had a 50% water change, which would have been their only second RO water exchange out of them. So I'm just hoping it's because they're new and we can get them underway and they'll get settled. And with time, all the plants will just bounce back. So that's why I got them clustered in the back there. Just kind of like letting them do their thing and seeing how it's going to take off. And then we'll just keep doing updates on it because this will give you guys a good test to know, okay, if you want to do something really simple and you want planted, with something inexpensive in it, here's the route to go. So I hope this video kind of resonates with you and it gives you some idea of what you can expect and what you can do on a very minimum budget. We're talking less than $50 for the most expensive tank so far. Yes, we could put more plants in it. I could have bought less expensive plants and put more plants in it. Like I don't have any boost in here, and I'm just a fan of boost like crazy. But I had bought the boost Godzilla in anticipation of putting it in a build, and when it all died, I was just like devastated. I didn't know what I was going to do. So anyway, that's how we do our learning and experimenting. So thanks guys for joining me, and I'll see you either in the skies or on the next video update. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I'm trying to do a PSA and I'm trying to make it short and it's just not working. Hey guys, it's me again. Sorry for the interruption. You thought the video was over, but no, it's not. I want to do a public service announcement and I want to say a huge heartfelt thank you to all my subscribers, all my comments, all my likes for the videos. You guys humble me. And you have no idea what it means. My channel is new. It's not even getting sent out yet by the algorithm to its intended audience. It's going off to these bizarre places where there's no logical connection between an aquascaping and what they're sending me out. So here's my plea for you guys. I want this channel to explode online. I believe in my content. I believe that I have a voice for people that are like those of us that are sitting at home and want to engage in this, but maybe a little hesitant. That's why my videos are always a full-on tutorial, and I'm showing you the realism. I show you what has worked, what has failed, and I don't hold anything back. I don't even edit my videos anymore. When I mess up in a video, I just keep rolling because the realism seems to work for me. And I don't shy away from talking about how this hobby is therapeutic, how this hobby is spiritual. I don't hide my spirituality from you. I don't hide the fact that I am divinely guided, which is the reason why I'm sitting in my studio right now with all these aquariums around me. I was guided to do this, and I feel it's part of my calling is to get a message out about how joyous, how healing, how you, no matter what issues are going on in your life, and you guys know that have a tank, once you step home, I don't care how stressful your day has been, you can look at your tank and it's your zen immediately. You can work, you can watch it, you can fiddle with it, it's your pure enjoyment. The flip side is it's really expensive and it also sends your blood curdling sometimes when you've done something catastrophically wrong. So it has both ends of it. The yin and the yang. So I want us to be a resource out there. I want my channel to be a resource out there. That's why I try to film like I do, and I just don't hide everything. I show you everything and I talk about everything. So please consider, if you haven't already, to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and grow along with me and with all my other subscribers. And please share your thoughts. So until the next video update, this is Anthony, and I'll see you out there in the skies.